You are about to receive the confession you thought would never come. There are moments in life when your heart learns to be quiet, not because it has nothing to say, but because it has said everything already. You waited, you hoped, you replayed conversations in your mind, wondering what you missed, what you said wrong, what you should have said differently. And after a while, you told yourself, "It's not coming, I should let it go." But here's the truth most people don't talk about. Some confessions take time because they require courage the other person didn't have yet. And right now, something is shifting. 1. The silence was never indifference. One of the hardest lies we accept is that silence means someone doesn't care. But silence is often fear in disguise. Fear of rejection, fear of losing control, fear of admitting something that changes everything. The person you're thinking about, the one whose name your mind knows without effort, has been carrying words they didn't know how to release. Not because you didn't matter, but because you mattered too much. Some people don't confess when love appears. They confess when love becomes impossible to ignore. 2. Why it took so long. You may have wondered, if they felt this way, why didn't they speak up earlier? Why now? Why after all this time? Because timing is not just about opportunity, it's about emotional readiness. They weren't ready to be vulnerable, admit regret, face the possibility that you might say no. So instead, they watched you quietly. They measured their words. They convinced themselves they could live without saying anything, until they couldn't. There comes a moment when holding the truth hurts more than risking it. That moment is approaching. 3. You changed the dynamic without realizing it. Something important happened recently. Maybe subtly, maybe dramatically. You stopped chasing clarity. You stopped explaining yourself. You stopped waiting at the door emotionally. You chose yourself. And when you did, the energy shifted. People often confess when they feel they are about to lose access to you, not out of manipulation, but out of awakening. Your emotional independence forced them to confront a truth they were avoiding. If I don't speak now, I may never get another chance. 4. This confession is not casual. This is not a careless message, not a half-hearted apology, not a vague, "I miss you." What's coming carries weight. It may sound like an admission they never planned to make, a truth they've rehearsed many times, a sentence that begins with, "I should have told you this earlier." They may stumble, they may not say it perfectly, but the emotion will be unmistakable, because this confession isn't about ego. It's about relief. Relief from carrying something too heavy alone. 5. Why you felt it before it happened. You didn't imagine the shift. That sudden calm. That emotional detachment mixed with clarity. That feeling of closure before closure. Intuition often prepares us before events arrive. You felt peace because your soul sensed resolution coming. Not necessarily reunion, but truth. And truth, even when complex, is freeing. 6. This is not about validation, it's about choice. Here's something crucial to understand. The confession doesn't mean you have to accept anything. It doesn't mean you owe a response. It doesn't mean you must reopen doors you worked hard to close. This moment is not about proving your worth. You already did that by surviving the waiting. This moment is about choice. For the first time, you will be the one deciding what feels aligned, what feels honest, what feels peaceful, and that's power. 7. They're afraid you've moved on. Part of what's pushing them to speak now is this quiet fear. You don't need me anymore. And they're right. You learn to breathe without the explanation. You learn to live without the closure. You learn to be whole without their words. That's why the confession feels urgent to them. Not desperate, but necessary. 8. What this confession is really saying. Beyond the words, what they're truly saying is, I was wrong to stay silent. I underestimated what you meant to me. I didn't know how to be brave back then. I see you now. Even if they don't phrase it clearly, you'll feel it. Because truth has a frequency. 9. Prepare your heart, but don't armor it. It's okay to protect yourself. It's wise to stay grounded. But don't harden your heart so much that you miss the moment. Not because you need them, but because you deserve honesty. Listen, observe, Feel without rushing to react. Your response doesn't have to be immediate. Silence can be sacred when it comes from strength. 10. This is closure or continuation, not confusion. Whatever happens next will bring clarity. Either a chapter closes peacefully, or a new one begins consciously, but the waiting, the emotional limbo ends, and that alone is a gift. 11. A final message for you. You didn't wait in vain. Even if the confession comes too late, even if it changes nothing, even if it surprises you, confirm something important. Your presence mattered. Your absence was felt. Your energy was unforgettable. And that's not something time erases. 12. Breathe. Stay grounded. Stay you. You don't need to rehearse responses. You don't need to plan outcomes. You don't need to fear the moment. Just remember, you are no longer the person who was waiting. You are the person who chose themselves. And now, truth is finally catching up. Welcome to Psychology Fact. If you're curious about the hidden truths of the mind and heart, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon, so you never miss a fact that could change the way you see life.